Hello, thank you for joining us at today's council meeting. So we've got another questionable magic purchase from yours truly. So I was out getting groceries for the family, and I saw that Target had these JumpStart blister packs. Now, okay price, but big issue here is you never know what you're going to get in a blister pack. You could have people trying to reseal them. And so I'm hoping that these really do have the JumpStart boosters in here and that there's actually anything of value. So, kind of a questionable purchase on my part. But do you know what isn't a questionable purchase? Buying your Magic cards and supplies from geekified.us. So you can buy sealed product, you can buy singles, you can buy accessories. He has Funko Pops, other card games, board games, all of that. So please check out geekified.us. You can find the information in the video description below. And with that, we'll get started. First, I'm going to go ahead and open all these just to make sure that they actually have JumpStart packs, because that is something that has been known to happen at Walmart, is people will open these, basically take out the pack, or put something else in, and what you think is going to be this more expensive pack that you're buying turns out to be like, I don't know, Theros Beyond Death, or something that's not necessarily as spicy. Although there are a few spicy cards, it's just not quite the same thing. So the reason why I did this is because JumpStart is in super low supply right now. So you have the pandemic going on, which is causing not only printing issues, but also distribution issues. And so people that want to buy these, they're not necessarily able to. So I was really curious, are these even going to be worth it to go in and buy single packs from them? Well, let's find out. So if you watched our other video, I opened a box and got some okay pulls. Okay, Angels is the first one. With the Linvala, Keeper of Silence. Okay, activated abilities of creatures your opponents control can't be activated. That is pretty good. And then Angelic Arbiter. Other things, Thriving Heath, and the theme-specific basic. And these others are M21. Okay, so not bad. We'll keep track of what the value is. After taxes, these were about $5.60 a pop, where I'm at. But your mileage may vary. Looks like we got a white theme going on, so we'll see if this one is good too. We got Angel of the Dire Hour, the Aven Gagglemaster. So I don't know that there's really much in here. And the specific basic. Well, I've been hoping to get a dog, so maybe if we're going mono white, I'll get a dog's one. That's one that I really want. I really like that dog planes. Oh, Minotaurs. Okay, this is a fun one. I played this a bit on Arena if you've been doing the event. So Rageblood Shaman, basically a Minotaur Lord. A Sethron Hurlon General. And whenever it or another non-token Minotaur enters the battlefield under your control, create a 2/3 red Minotaur creature token. Minotaurs you control get +1/+0 and gain menace and haste until undeterred. And that's 2 and a Rakdos. Not a bad legendary, so that could potentially be a commander deck that I build. And the Minotaur specific basic and M21 lands. So I'm pretty happy with that. I always like to get cards that I can play. I don't feel ripped off if I can at least do that. Everything else is a bit more iffy. sometimes. Okay, Devilish. So we got a Hell Rider. It's a 3/3 with haste. And whenever a creature you control attacks, Hell Rider deals 1 damage to that player or planeswalker it's attacking. So it's kind of like a Cavalcade of Calamity, except it's any creature that you control. So pretty decent card. And then we have a Sin Prodder, a 3/2 with Menace. At the beginning of your upkeep, reveal the top card of your library. Any opponent may have you put that card into your graveyard. If a player does, Sin Prodder deals damage to that player equal to the card's converted mana cost. Otherwise, put it in your hand. So that's pretty good. Thriving Bluff. Ooh. I think that's one of the spicier mountain basics, but I'm sure the editor will correct me if I'm wrong. Very, very cool. So 6 more packs. Let's see what we get in this one. I'm Legion, another mono white one that is not the dogs. So Glorious Anthem, opened a ton of that with M21. Release the Dogs is not terrible. I want to build a dog and cat commander deck, and so that would be a really good one in there, because for 4 mana you're creating 4 1/1s. And then if you have the Dog Lord in there, the pack leader, you can buff them and all sorts of fun shenanigans can happen. But yeah, and that's the specific basic. I don't think that one really had anything of value in there other than that basic. Certainly not worth the price of the pack. Yay! Duplication. That's one thing I'm noticing with this. Seems even with just the blister packs. So, ooh, this one I think is good. So, Blessed Sanctuary. Prevent all non-combat damage that would be dealt to you and creatures you control. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, create a 2/2 white unicorn creature token. I'm putting that into my Reese. Ooh, and see more. Just, vanilla 1/1 drop for 1 mana. No other things that it does whatsoever. Oh man, this pack is spicier. Path to Exile. That's a solid hit. And then again, the basic. I'm gonna check to see here if we did get a Path to Exile. No, I did not see anything like that. So that pack probably it was so much better than that previous one. 4 packs left. Am I going to get dogs? No, but I am going to get vampires. So let's see what's in this one. Ooh, Exquisite Blood. I've needed this card. I want to build a Veto Commander deck, and this is the combo piece you need. So whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much life. And if you remember what Veto does, whenever you gain life, an opponent loses life. And so this just creates a vicious cycle. A Sangromancer. Flying, whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, you may gain 3 life. Whenever an opponent discards a card, you may gain 3 life. Well now, this is, and of course Singer Vampire back in the day, this was a super popular card back when Magic didn't really have creatures. How the times have changed. Thriving More. And then the vampire-specific basic. So, super happy with that last one. That has some good stuff that I will be able to use. 3 packs down. Am I going to get the dogs? No, but I am going to get the Basri one. So, this is okay. Basri's a pretty decent planeswalker. I'm really going to put it in with my Reese deck, because you can make tokens, and basically the +1 is really good. But the -6 is what you want. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 1/1 white soldier token, then put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. So each combat, not only do you have a ton of tokens if you're doing something like Reese with, the the Parallel Lives, the Doubling Season, the Anointed Procession, Primal Vigor, etc., etc. But all of that is just going to make these just super duper gross. I think that's probably the big hit in there. We have the Basri Frame Planes from M21. So it's unfortunate that the card is not as high priced as it could be. So second to the last pack, it's unicorns. So we have a legendary unicorn commander, Emil the Blessed. So 3, exile another target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. So that's useful if you've got anything on there that's basically preventing it from attacking. And then whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay Selesnya. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on it. If it's a unicorn, put 2 +1/+1 counters. Ooh! And a Blessed Sanctuary in there. That's great. And some unicorns. More unicorns. And the unicorn-specific basic. So we've gotten a lot of white. I don't necessarily think that we've gotten some of the absolute spiciest of the spice that we could get. We haven't opened the Elves deck, which has the Crater Hoof in it. We haven't opened Lands deck, which has the Oracle of Moldiva. We have not opened my Dogs pack, which I really want. So, last pack magic. Do we have it? No, we do not. We have Spirits. With a Shacklegeist, and I don't know that there's actually anything in here other than the basic. So, it's kind of meh. It wasn't the greatest of openings, but I did get some very useful cards that I really am going to love for Commander. I have some cards that I can use as Commanders and other cards that will be great in Commander decks. So, all in all, I don't feel too terribly put out. But, man, I cannot wait for more of this set to come out because I do want to open more of these because it's kind of fun. You don't know what you're going to get, and then you open it, and you know what the name of the deck is, but there's still some variants that you can have. So that part is super duper cool. Well, thank you for coming to today's council meeting. We hope that you learned something today and that you had an enjoyable time. Thank you for spending your time with us. If you have any suggestions, constructive criticism that you'd like to put below, please go ahead and do so. If there's anything you want to see, just let us know and we'll try and accommodate that. If you want to know when we're meeting next, go ahead and subscribe, hit that bell notification, and then join us in our Discord. So thank you again for coming to today's meeting, and our meeting is now adjourned. Thank you.